Of course, removal of subsidy empowers Agberos in Lagos. First subsidy removal will increase unofficial payments collection by Agberos in Lagos. Of course, this is coming from Funsho Doherty. First subsidy removal has compounded the harvest of unofficial payments by road transport workers to the Agbero network in Lagos State. Lagos State also has other vulnerabilities to fuel subsidy removal. There are limited mass transit options in the state. Meanwhile, traffic congestion in the state is legendary and remains one of the highest in the world. And they say Lagos, they beat Lagos. How big is Lagos that they don't have a modern infrastructure? They will gather money, make IGR, this and that, and all of that. Where they go, they are sharing this among themselves. What is the development that we can talk about? They can boast of. You see what we are saying? Now, this one is from a, I think this one is Iku Pataki. The congestion is legendary. They cannot, a simple traffic, they can't do it. Now, the kind of traffic that is going to be happening where they said a Dangote built refinery, all those island, especially all those Aja road, you see the manner at which that place will be crowded. It's already crowded. They can't do, everybody just live like what I don't understand. Well, among other solutions, the Lagos State government needs to introduce personal income tax relief for low-income earners in Lagos State to raise the taxability threshold and provide relief for the most vulnerable taxpayers. The governorship candidate of the ADC in the March 18 gubernatorial election in Lagos State, Funsho Doherty, has said that although he agrees with the first subsidy removal, Lagos State will most likely be hit hardest following the implementation of the policy. In an open letter dated June 6, 2023, Doherty said the first subsidy removal has compounded the harvest of unofficial payments by road transport workers to the Agbero network in the state. According to him, Lagos has an entrenched system of extortionate payments that are collected from road operators on a daily basis. And he said, this practice by itself already imposes a regressive burden that subjects low-income earners to high effective tax rates that are reflected in their transport fares. Doherty also gave other reasons why he believes Lagos will be hardest hit by the first subsidy removal. According to him, Lagos is a dense urban community with a large population, many of whom commute daily using korope, keke, and danfo buses, all of which run on fuel. He also highlighted the fact that there are limited mass transit options in the state. Meanwhile, traffic congestion in the state is legendary and remains one of the highest in the world, he stated. Further, that the state has not managed its resources judiciously in the last 24 years and needs to do better. Doherty suggested the following short-term solutions to tackle the challenges as regards the impact of first subsidy removal. Dismantle the informal Agbero, exactly my point. Agbero system of levies and taxes collection, and the full soldiers should be redirected to manage the social impact. Technology should be introduced to administer compliance and enforcement. Introduce personal income tax relief for low-income earners in Lagos State to raise the taxability threshold and provide relief for the most vulnerable taxpayers. Implement cost of living salary adjustment for Lagos government workers, which prioritizes low-income earners. The government must also encourage private sector businesses to do the same. Review the planned $12 billion proposed Fourth Mainland Bridge project to confirm that it remains an appropriate use of capacity in the context of heightened urgency to deliver effective multi-modal mass transit in Lagos over the next 10 years. Scale up ferry service on key water transport routes like Ikorodu to Lagos Island. Review all existing mass transit arrangements and scale up BRT services by eliminating all constraints. Eliminate conflicts of interest to ensure quality and accountability. Meanwhile, in the longer term, Doherty suggests that the Lagos State government should ensure that within 10 years, the Lagos metropolitan area is effectively served with efficient and cost-effective multi-modal mass transit, and more rail lines should be introduced on an accelerated timeline. New town planning and development efforts should be accelerated, featuring integrated mass transit infrastructure and affordable housing plans to achieve distributed and decentralized development of vibrant communities spread across Lagos. Government must have an overall vision for a broad-based, inclusive, productive, and prosperous economy with actual outcomes that improve living standards for residents across the social economic spectrum. Oh my goodness, very, very fantastic. Like somebody said, I think one of all these presidential candidates, whether ADC or something, Adewale also, he said, you want me to advise the government? They already have their agenda. There's nothing anybody is going to tell them. They know all of these things. If they implement all of these things, they will not have enough money to steal now. So that is why nobody say they no get sense. So even this one way they there, unless maybe go take a God's grace, or if he has a very strong will. Because if he get there too, all these things already they suggest, you know, go do them. Because if they do all these things, there will be no more money to steal. They won't do much. They know all of these things. So nobody needs to be advising them. They won't take it. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. They will not take nada. They won't take it too. They won't do all these things. The issue of what is it called? The issue of traffic. You don't want to live in that environment. It's an insane environment. What we decongest, which Ambode said that time, let there be other ports, let there be other ports in other places, so that they would decongest Lagos. I think that's one of the things where we say, yes, hey, this guy, like say, they cross the red line. Yes, decongest Lagos by making sure that a port, not be say there's anything special in that place, so that people too can do their businesses all over, especially the southern parts of the country. Everything just centralized, and you expect people not to come to Lagos, and you are there bragging. See all the nonsense gbege wey all these people from Warri they do that time. They big things, they did difficult. All the oil company, actually they don't pack now. You see that place now, Warri is not booming now. Warri used to be booming those days, but because of all those attitude, now those ones where the Lagos now want they portray now, because they feel say they are on top of the world. So guys, leave your comment down there below and let's have your tea.